shortage of applause, I can tell you, for this last part of our programme, because our next guest is a truly international performer. Now, her stunning voice is equally at home singing jazz, folk or classical music, and has generated record sales, as I mentioned earlier, of over 300 million, resulting, of course, in hundreds of gold and platinum albums. Now, she's known and loved all around the world, and despite her busy music career, she found time to be a member of the European Parliament until last year, and still works as an ambassador for UNICEF. Well, with such a busy schedule, she doesn't have the chance to visit Britain as often as we would all like. But she's here at the moment for a special one-off concert at the Royal Festival Hall on Monday night. And I know you're going to give, wait for it, the biggest welcome back to Nana Mouskouri. It's very true. You know, the last time you were on this programme, you were only in London, I think, for about a day and a half or something like that, and you promised you would come back, and here you are.
Yeah. And you told me also, if you ever come back, please, if you are around, please come back. And here I am.
Fantastic, and it's really great to see you, and welcome back.
Thank you.
And there is going to be a tour next year, so we are going to see a bit more of you.
Yes, finally, I think it will be a tour, and there will be a new recording out, so I will come back also for some promotion.
Excellent.
So I hope to come more often. This has been, for such a long time, almost home for me, you know, with the television.
I guess, though, with being a member of the European Parliament, you haven't had a lot of time in the last 4 years.
The last 4 years, I had really a little bit to leave the singing a bit, because I had a lot of work to do, and I was very serious in my work, like I was with my singing. But then I realized that I was a singer, and this is I have to be, and I can work for other purposes, while I am this singer. And not to be in the Parliament, I don't think it's so easy, politics.
It's pretty intense, isn't it? And as you say, you need to be doing nothing else in a way, but just concentrating on that.
Yes, you have to concentrate, and I was not raised for being a politician. So I did a very good job. I think I worked for a lot of things, but I'm happy to go on. You know, there are so many things except from singing now. I work with UNICEF, you know, it's wonderful.
Did you go to New York last week for the big convention?
I was there, and I was really very, very happy. It was a very good meeting, because Kofi Annan invited all of us to meet each other and discuss about our problems, the issues that we would want to face in the future. And I was very happy. Jerry was there.
Jerry Halliwell.
Yes, and you know, it's wonderful to see young people like Ronaldo, you know, the football player, and other young, Youssou N'Dour, who is a very excellent singer from Africa. Young people who really are interested in working with UNICEF now in the future, because they address themselves to the younger audience, and it's so wonderful to see their work. Yeah.
And yet another cause, of course, on Monday night, because so it is the Royal Festival Hall. I did a little sort of straw poll amongst them. They're all going actually on Monday night. They've got the tickets already.
I tell you, fantastic. I must tell you, some of the Musketeers are here. I have Musketeers, you know.
That's what
they call themselves. But, you know, some of them, they have been around, because we are on tour now, Benelux, and then we go to Scandinavia, and already they have been with me, and so they were expecting for this concert for a long time. They were very proud. The only thing, some of them, they were really sorry, because they said sometimes if they speak in England, they say, Nana, who? But it's normal. If you don't go somewhere, you know, they forget about it.
Yes, there's a whole new generation coming along, isn't it, really?
Absolutely.
But on Monday night, it's to do with the Elgin Marbles.
Yes. Parthenon Marbles.
Oh, excuse me, yes.
So it is the Melina Mercouri Foundation who just organized that, and so they asked me to sing. And you know, since my older friends have gone and Melina went away, I think it's a responsibility for all of us to follow up things. I grew up all of a sudden, so I face the situation and I defend. So I'm very happy to do this concert, and it gives me also the opportunity to be here.
I checked with the British Museum.
Yes.
They say they're staying where they are.
I know, but it's worth of trying. You know, I think it's
so what would you do?
As long as I live, we just introduced the cause, which is very seriously that it was really, it's a question of justice, that they were not, they did not go out normally. So, and we explained this historical side of it, and we would like maybe one day to see them in the museum.
Would you settle for borrowing them for a while?
You know, I know it's a very difficult, it's a very difficult situation, and I understand all sides. But then you say you never know. It's a question of justice. It's a symbol for us. And today, people, they try really for their identity. It's so important. And culture is very important. So we have to protect it. And it is our culture. It is, we belong, it belongs to the place where it is. It doesn't belong to the Greeks. It belongs where it was born, and so we hope that maybe you never know.
Well, I've got a great idea though. I think you should do a concert at the British Museum, and then do a deal with a curator, maybe at least to borrow them for a while, and at least bring them into your museum that you're going to build.
Well, you know, also what they say, they were given. I mean, they were given. It was a gift they received. They didn't buy them. I mean, the House of Lords bought them. You know, but I think we have to talk about it, and the people know about the story, and let history write the next pages. It's not an aggressive situation, it's just an information. And
a lovely concert on Monday night. So
and that gives me the opportunity to sing for my darling audience, and I hope they will be happy for me as well.
Now, at this stage,
yes,
they want to applaud again. They're so blessed. Okay, come on.
You know, to say that, but because really, I think for me, it's 40 years. I celebrate this year, 40 years of the White Rose that was became again. It was born 40 years for my first golden record, and I'm still around. And I think the audience and some of my friends who really helped me to become what I am, and I owe them this, and I'm very grateful, you know.
That's wonderful.
Because they've been, they are around and they're still there to protect me.
And also, you obviously still love doing it, which is the important thing.
I learned to be a singer. I don't know what else could I do. I mean, even with UNICEF, it's because I'm a singer that I work with UNICEF.
Well, at this point, you're going to introduce another singer who's very special to you. Now, I'm going to leave the introduction to you.
Well, I think the most beautiful songs that I ever written in my life, written somehow, they are my son and my daughter. And I'm just very proud because, well, my little girl decided to sing, and I would like to present you this evening. You know, she was, I was pregnant to Ellen when I did this, I think the second, Yvonne maybe you would listen to the second series.
This is Yvonne Littlewood, the producer we're talking about.
In the BBC, and I think it was the second series I was pregnant, and they were making special dresses so you wouldn't see it. Yes, they're really lovely dresses, and so I would like to introduce to you.
And here she is.
Yes.
Now, she has a couple of names, but today we're going to call her Lenu, which is really
like the home name.
Yes, exactly. Well, will you please give the biggest welcome then to Nana's daughter, Lenu. A great bonus for us, because we didn't realize, of course, when we, planned the program that you would be here. Yes. Now, you must give me your side of the story, because you trained as an actress.
That's right.
When did you decide to sing?
It was back in 1995. I came back from London. I did my drama training here in London, and after 6 years, I thought maybe it's time for a little change. I wanted to do something, and I came back home. And my mum heard me sing on a tape, and she said, well, how about you became my backup singer? So I gave it a go, and I started to really, really, really enjoy it. So.
And you planned a surprise for her one night, didn't you?
Yes, I did. Well, that was, that was a long time ago.
What did you do?
Well, she was touring in Scandinavia. It was her last evening, and I thought, well, I like to do that sometimes, to just go on a show and surprise her. So I learned in secret a song with one of the guitarists. We were in the dressing rooms trying to learn the words and do it. And she did the first half of her song, and then after the little instrumental bit, I went on, started singing, and of course she couldn't see me because she had her back to me, and she heard this voice and thought, well, there's a tape. What's going on? I
moved into tears. It was really
crying, and I thought I will cry too.
Because after that day, I never thought that she would really sing, and my dream was that I give it really to my daughter. It wouldn't be a wonderful thing. And when I heard her on stage, all of a sudden that voice, and I think this gave her lots of security.
Did you cry then on stage that night?
I do all the time, you know.
Oh, did you?
yeah, because I was very much with my children all the time. We always had a wonderful time singing together, learned children's songs from them.
Well, what's your memory, actually, Lenu, of watching your mum on stage? I mean, I always think with children, you know, they know mum is mum. And then there comes a point when they're just old enough to realise, gosh, my mum is something else, or you know, somebody else up on stage, or all these people have come to see my mum.
Yes, it's really from the audience's reaction that you start to realise how important she is to them. For me, it was normal. I mean, she was mum at home, and I would see her on stage, and it was a normal thing because I was used to seeing that from very early on. And it was amazing to see all those people, those full theatres, the people standing up, singing songs with her, clapping, waiting for her after the show. And when I was at school, people saying, "Oh my goodness, you're her daughter," and suddenly I was going, "Oh, yeah." And sometimes it was nice. Sometimes it was, people, you know, can be sometimes a little bit tough on you because you are the daughter of someone famous. But it dawned on me quite early on from seeing all those people.
Well, you're going to be on stage on Monday night at the festival, which would be great. But for now, we're going to watch.
Yeah, first time in England.
Well, we're going to watch your mum perform yet again. So what are you going to sing for us, Nana?
Well, I will sing a song which comes from an album that I recorded in 1962 in New York with Quincy Jones. And he was my producer at the time, and you know, at the time I was very much in jazz feeling, and so this album was really the very first experience that I had, and it's a very well-known song. It's a jazz ballads. They are not completely jazz, but it's really the jazz feeling, and it's
so it's Smoke It in Your Eyes.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nana Mouskouri.
Ask me how I knew my true love was true. I, of course, replied, something here inside cannot be denied. They said, someday you'll find all who love are blind. When your heart's on fire, you must realize smoke gets in your eyes. So I chaffed them, and I really laughed to think they could doubt my love. Yet today my love has gone away. I am without my love. Now laughing friends deride tears I cannot hide. So I smile and say, when a lovely flame dies, smoke gets in your eyes. So I smile and say, when a lovely flame dies, smoke gets in your eyes.
fantastic. Also happens to be my dad's favourite song.
Yes?
That
Oh,
was.
that's wonderful.
Well, on that perfect note is actually where we have to leave it for today. Join us again on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Engelbert Humperdinck will be here Monday. See you then. Have a good concert as well.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you so much for that. It's very nice to see you. If you'd like to be